You can put it on the board.
Welcome to the Sports Circus. I'm your ringmaster, Sal, live from Las Vegas in the AMP TV mobile studio, AAMP.TV. Today's show is brought to you by UppercutChops.com. Check out their tasty selection of all-natural, dry-aged USDA Prime Angus and Wagyu steaks. Wait till you see their best-in-class New York steaks, the filet mignon, of course, the king of all those cowboy cut and tomahawk cut ribeyes. UppercutChops.com. Check them out from your mobile device or from the comfort of your own home. www.uppercutchops.com. And if you'd like to find out what's for dinner, give them a call, 702-799-9935, 702-799-9935 for uppercutchops.com. All right, and a big welcome in to everybody listening in on our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates from coast to coast, including our friends over in Honolulu on CBS Sports 1500 KHKA. That's home of the 49ers, home of the New York Yankees, and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Also, welcome in to everybody that may be listening in over in Southern California with our friends at CNBC and NBC News. Over in Atlanta, Georgia, 99.1 FM WDJY. Over in Auburn, Alabama, that's WAUD, home of the world champion Atlanta Braves, and everybody else listening on Independence from coast to coast and watching on Cox, Comcast, Spectrum, Frontier, Well Cable Television, and Hotel Television as well. Very exciting, folks. Very exciting. I'll tell you what, folks, this is going to be a fun show because we're going to try something a little bit different, and we're going to do something for some of the great moments that we've had here on this program, and we're going to go ahead and play you some of those throughout the duration. You're going to have some fun with this because we had lots of fun with it. Guaranteed you will too.
Say his name wrong, so Lenny, get ready. His name's Yon Makata.
Oh my!
He knows a lot about cream filling.
Here we go.
I said it. The White Sox rookie's not shy about sharing how much he loves Twinkies, Sal. His agent told ESPN he sometimes gobbles down, 85 in a week. This guy's eating 12 Twinkies a day, but he has a special way of eating, his teammates say. He doesn't bite them. He swallows them like an anaconda. He just shoves them down his mouth and eats them. This is amazing.
Swallows them whole?
He swallows them whole like a snake.
85 Twinkies a week.
85
Twinkies.
But
This guy's going to live another 18 months and he's done.
Listen,
All the preservatives and Twinkies, you'll be all right.
the story's
Right.
told that he's woofed down as many as 225. Now, White Sox fans maybe have a little concern right now about this promising infielder, but for the small cakes, they're nothing for this kid. He eats them like they're little frozen
Like
mice.
this popcorn. Like it's pop. Well, I'm a White Sox fan. Now this is troubling to me.
But how does that?
I hate the Cubs.
You're a nutrition guy, Billy. This is a Billy question. How do you actually? They say he's chiseled chest.
Hold that thought. Alicia's with us, right? Alicia Thompson.
Yes.
Alicia, our
here. What's going on, guys?
WNBA champion women's correspondent, and she's also a trainer. She's a personal trainer. Alicia, 85 Twinkies a day, really? You hear this?
Yeah. That's insane. I can't imagine how much sugar, how much workout you would have to do to burn those calories off. I mean, you'd have to run probably about 2 years straight.
Unless you're the size of Billy.
Oh wow! Yeah, well, yeah.
That's definitely the question. Basically, he said that he's going to stop eating Twinkies because he wants to take himself to his highest level in the big league roster.
Well, he's already at his highest level, sugar highest level.
He's bouncing off the walls, man.
How's this guy going to get any higher than eating 85 Twinkies?
You want
Can you imagine the rush?
86 Twinkies? I don't
No,
know.
to keep it real, it's about 12 Twinkies a day average, and when he goes hog wild, it was up to 30.
Isn't he already a
Oh,
hog?
that's crazy. Well,
But
I have to
no,
admit,
I don't know how he.
I have sat and ate a half a dozen donuts or more in one sitting at Krispy Kreme. You get the hot sign, so I can see how one can get in a zone and just go in and
The zone.
eat.
The zone.
The donut
Like your
zone.
brother, it's like
The
Sal's
donut
brother, the eating zone.
Right, he's a wrecking machine with food, but I can't imagine that with Twinkies. I mean, Billy, maybe.
12
When
Twinkies? Yeah, you can eat 12. That's just a box of Twinkies.
Billy's 940. That's what happens.
His Twitter feed says, "I don't eat Twinkies anymore," but I can't remember even one time sitting down not eating way too many. He admits it. He's like he's got a Twinkie problem.
Right. He's got to go
He
to
told on
rehab.
himself, "Hey man, listen, everybody. If you see me with a Twinkie, dude, talk to me, help me, talk me down."
He walks in, but he rolls out.
The guy's a specimen. I mean, he's the real deal.
That's
but,
a good word for it.
Hey, we said Twinkie 90 times, so there you go. You owe some money, folks.
Yeah, that's crazy, though. I mean, imagine.
That's what I do, Sal. That's about as weird as it gets.
Right. Yeah, well, and you're good like that.
Yeah, I'm real good like that.
I can't imagine the sugar high that this guy must be on. But he probably doesn't even know what the Twinkie tastes like anymore.
Yeah, it's thrown, man.
Yeah, no. He definitely knows what it tastes like for sure.
Well, basically they said he's expected to start the AAA season, and he's considered one of the best up-and-comers in baseball. So I guess, hey, Johan, stop the cookies.
No,
stop the
kids,
Twinkies.
keep eating Twinkies.
Yeah,
right? You ate Twinkies, you made it to the big leagues.
Right, keep doing
eating,
what you're doing.
Keep eating 85 more. Don't stop.
Right. I mean, don't break your stride. If that's your before-game regimen, do it.
That's like they don't
And if he's real smart, he'll get in touch with Twinkies and have them sponsor him in something.
I think we just got the sponsor working.
Exactly.
What was the guy that he mentioned? He said, "I'm going to go have a Bud Light," and they sent him like 30,000 cans of the worst beer in the world. Remember we talked about that a few weeks ago?
Yeah, instead of giving him a Bud Light, they give him a butt wipe.
Well,
exactly.
There you have it.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, there's a wacky story, man. There you go. Beat that one.
Alicia was thrown to the fire yesterday. I got to tell you, this was kind of fun. So I'm like, all right, Alicia, I need you to handle the Friday edition. All right, so it's a video version, and let's face it. Not everybody is cut out to do it on the very first time. You really don't know what you're in for. And when you get in front of that camera, panic sets in.
It's on.
When it's just you, panic sets in. You're like, she didn't really do that. She did mention my name wrong a few times. That's okay. She called me Sal the bookkeeper instead of the bookmaker. What?
Sal is the floor sweeper.
Right, you shot my horse in the first 10 seconds.
Have you noticed many women don't remember your name?
Oh, snap.
There we go.
Oh, my goodness. It is a circus.
I'll see y'all next week.
That's 15 yards for unnecessary roughness.
Right, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to slide out of the in between these two guys here, and I've got my resident bodyguard next to me. He's 9'12". Actually, he's 100 feet tall and 940. So that's the guy. I'm going to have Billy. I'm going to introduce you to Rusty.
No, Billy and I have a mutual friend, man. A buddy of mine. He knows from boxing referee. We were just talking about that. A buddy of mine from New Orleans.
Great. Home cooking. Nice. Yeah, that's not going to work, Alicia. So, Alicia. How did you feel about what happened yesterday? Were you good? I jumped in for the back end of that, the last 20 minutes or so. I thought you did pretty well, minus the debauchery of my name. That's okay.
Yeah, Sal, I did slaughter your name yesterday. I apologize for that. It was, like I said, I'm pretty comfortable, I think, speaking, but like you said, Sal, when that countdown came in and I was just going to be me, it's like I started that first couple of words and went just.
So you want to be in show business?
Yeah. So I understand it was a lot harder, I guess, than I thought it would be.
Right.
I felt like I was, confident and prepared, but you know what? I learned a lot from it. I definitely look forward to the next experience. And for me, I love challenges. It's not going to knock me down. It just makes me go. I'm going to work harder for sure. So the next time I do it, I'm going to knock it out the box.
I'm going to make sure that next time I wear a Depends in case my colon stops bleeding.
That is graphic, Sal. It's still early in the morning. I commend you for doing your first show. I think it's amazing that you stood up and took the quest. But as a guy that does television like Sal does, the thing to work on. Well, the thing to work on, in my opinion, for giving you a little help, is just surrender. Just be yourself. Scratch your nose.
But it was sports, and it's good because she, obviously being a WNBA champion, she covered the ladies' tournament. She covered the men's tournament. I jumped in there on the men's, the women's. I know nothing about except Connecticut. It's the only thing I know because they won 10,000 in a row. But
she said she was nervous. Everything you just said, she's done. But that camera went on, and she went, "I'm on."
Right, Disney.
And all I can ever share to a woman with these accomplishments is what I do is absolutely don't care and be myself, and that's the challenge. It's in your own head.
No, she did very well, but remember when the lights first go on, you're like, uh-oh.
Well, yeah.
Now what?
You got to get going, but it gets better. But I really commend you on doing it, and I think you're going to do an excellent job.
Well, the content was good.
I appreciate it. Yeah, and then there's so much other stuff. I was worried about the time. I want to make sure I covered all the content. So there was a lot, and then of course, I had to get Sal's name right.
Well,
Sal the floor sweeper. That's his new name.
Sal the bookkeeper.
Yeah, but even my name, even my last name.
Add that one to the bank,
But no, Alicia, you even got my last name wrong. Oh my God. That's why I said my.
I know it starts with
bleeding.
a V. It starts with a V.
He said a V. Really? Quick, where's the punch sound? 400 punches.
Here's the punch sound.
Right, exactly. Look, he almost knocked out the microphone.
Alicia, that's why they have cue cards, right? That's so don't let the name bother you. Just bring a cue card with you next time.
But people can't read my name off a cue card.
Or change your name to Joe Smith or something. Jeez, make it easy.
How about Sal the floor sweeper?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Just call me the janitor.
Well, you know what? I'm so thankful for Sal. To hand the.
Nobody wants to get ripped off, broken into, or robbed, but nobody wants to pay a lot of money to have their home protected either. I've got an offer to tell you about to provide home security for your home for less than $1 a day. For real, with no installation or equipment charges. And this is from a company rated #1 by a leading consumer research company. According to the facts, most of you won't even call unless there's a burglary in your neighborhood or something bad happened. So let's give you a reason. Save money. For less than $1 a day with no other costs, you can get your home secured. Plus, get a lifetime equipment replacement warranty. You need protection for your home. Call the Home Security Hotline right now.
800-361-3491. 800-361-3491. 800-361-3491. Again, that's 800-361-3491.
AMP, the multi-format network, is here to help create, produce, distribute, and sell your content. For more information, send a message to info@aamp.tv. That's info@aamp.tv.
Are you a small business owner or pursuing the dream of starting your own company? Do you know where to start or how to grow that existing business? The American Business Trust Company has the answers you need. The American Business Trust Company can help you with startup capital, business strategy, sales and marketing, and establishing your company with a physical location or on the internet. You decide. You bring the idea, the American Business Trust Company can help with the rest. For a free evaluation, you may visit them online at abtrustco.com. That's abtrustco.com, or call them at 657-600-1876. That's the American Business Trust Company, 657-600-1876. Call them today. They can help your business right away.
Come on, you watch the news. Be prepared to pay more taxes. Then if you owe back taxes or haven't filed in a few years, get ready. The IRS, the largest collection agency in the world, will be coming after you with the power to collect taxes by any means they want to. Hey, they can freeze your bank account, your passport, even padlock your business. Oh, good times. Look, if the IRS claims you owe them $5,000 or more in back taxes and they're coming after you, don't panic. Call my friends at Get a Tax Lawyer first. Their job is to negotiate with the IRS and save you money. They're experts at it. That's all they do, and you can trust them. In some cases, they have reduced a $50,000 tax bill to less than $1,000. If you owe the IRS $5,000 or more in back taxes, call now for a free consultation.
800-908-7016. 800-908-7016. 800-908-7016. That's 800-908-7016.
Welcome back to the Sports Circus. I'm your ringmaster Sal, live from Las Vegas in the AMP TV studio, AAMP.TV. This segment is brought to you in part by our friends over at Cali Vegas, helping people create and host their very own radio, TV, or multimedia talk show. Cali Vegas can help with everything they need to get out of sitting in hours of traffic, commuting back and forth to the same old boring job, and host their very own talk show in their very own home studio. For more information, contact Cali Vegas at 949-445-1119. That's 949-445-1119. Again, 949-445-1119, or check them out online at CaliVegas.com. That's www.calivegas.com. An astounding round of applause for our friends over at Cali Vegas. Hey, folks, it's live. You never know what's going to happen here on the Sports Circus. And, of course, a big welcome back to everybody listening in on our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates from coast to coast, as well as Cox, Comcast, Spectrum, Frontier, and WOW cable television affiliates from coast to coast, as well as Hotel TV. And everybody, thanks for joining us on Instagram, Facebook, and AMP TV, AAMP.TV. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. We are here with our special co-host of the day, Jeff Hoffman. I'm going to read this, folks. You can also go to jeffhoffman.com. Check this out. So you want to know who this guy is? Jeff Hoffman, here's a quote right from his page, is a successful entrepreneur, proven CEO, worldwide motivational speaker, published author, Hollywood film producer, producer of a Grammy-winning jazz album, an executive producer of an Emmy Award-winning TV show. He has been the founder of multiple startups, has been the CEO of both public and private companies, and has served as senior executive in many capacities. Jeff has been a part of a number of well-known companies, including Priceline.com, Ubid.com, Color Jar, and more. And then there's a whole section on international, and I love this. I'm going to keep going. Why? Because I'm on a roll. Jeff serves on the board of companies in the U.S., basically here, let's put it this way, every continent except Antarctica. He's there. If they had a company in Antarctica, something tells me Jeff would be involved with it. So we're talking 150 countries. Also serves on the board of Global Entrepreneurship Week and the Unreasonable Group. He supports the White House, U.S. State Department, the United Nations, foreign governments, economic growth initiatives, and entrepreneurship. Jeff, what am I missing here? This is crazy. Oh, but by the way, you're a best-selling author? I think we forgot that too, didn't we?
Pretty sure you got it.
Okay. But it's nuts. I mean, there's so much, and you're a big sports fan, but you're on the verge of making a comparison right before we went to break, and I want you to pick up on where you left off.
Sure, I want to give two examples because I learned so much from the world of sports, and I have a lot of friends who are pro athletes, but most of them come to me for their business advice, for two things, business advice or for their charity and philanthropic work. Athletes that want to give back, we do a lot in the charitable and foundation area, so we help them with that. A lot of times they come for business advice, but funny thing is, I learned so much from them that they don't realize, so I just want to give you two quick examples. One of them, during the break, we were talking about the Baltimore Ravens, and Ray Lewis is a very close friend of mine, and what we were talking about was the fact that Ray used to come out to rookie camp and work with the rookies, and a lot of the starters didn't even come out, and here's a Hall of Fame player, and he took his time to come to rookie camp. And you know what the lesson there is? That is no different than a good CEO. What Ray understood was you are only as good as your weakest link, right? If you've got a great pass rush on defense and you're filling all the gaps so they can't run, you're forcing the quarterback to throw before he wants to, and there's no cornerback within 10 yards of the receiver, it's still a touchdown. Your weakest link kills your team. And so Ray understood, like a CEO understands, that you have to invest your time in understanding that, again, you're only as strong as the weakest link in your chain, so it's your job as a business leader to focus on every piece of that team and do everything you can to help them be successful. You want everyone around you to be as good as they can be, and it's worth your time to invest in it. So I loved that analogy that Ray used to show up for rookie camp, because he understood he doesn't win unless everybody plays well.
Right, he was the CEO of that team, and let's face it, when you're a roll-up-the-sleeves CEO, that's what you do, is it not?
Absolutely. In fact, one day he said to me, I'll never really understand what you do. I was studying markets and studying movements in European markets to see which markets to enter when. And he said, wow, I'll never do what you do. I said, actually, Ray, as an athlete, you do the same thing. He said, what are you talking about? I said, what did you do all week? He said, we're playing the Broncos, so I watched game films of Peyton Manning. And he said, and I watched the receivers to see who twitches when the ball is coming to them. You know, do they take a different stance when they're the designated, when they're the first option? What do the running backs do? I said, Ray, you do the same thing I do. You study every piece of the competition in the market to be best prepared you can to go into battle. I do the same thing. We're just studying different material. But the process is the same. To be excellent at anything requires the same set of disciplines. The other thing that reminded me of it, as I helped Derek Jeter putting together that deal to buy the Miami Marlins. So he wanted some business advice from me. But interesting, one of the times before that when we were talking, Derek and I were talking, and Derek said, I got to go to practice. And I said, wait a minute, what do you got to go to practice for? Aren't you already one of the best baseball players in the world? Why do the best players in the world still go to practice every day? He said, because that's how you become one of the best players in the world, because you go to practice every day still. And he said, anyway, I got to go to practice. And I said, yeah, me too. And he laughed. I said, why is that funny? He said, you're a business guy. You don't go to practice. And I said, actually, Derek, I do. And he said, what do you do? And I started thinking about it in the same way that an athlete goes through a set of drills every day to be better at their sport. The best business people do the same thing in business. I have a set of daily routines that I do to exercise my mind, increase idea flow, increase innovation, increase productivity. I have drills just like an athlete. I do these regularly, and I think that that is what helped me be successful in business, is because I go to practice every day. I just don't show up for the game and expect to be good.
Right. And folks, we're here with billionaire Jeff Hoffman. Hey, listen, Jeff, everybody listening in on our CNBC, NBC News, ABC News, Fox News, we're on all those affiliates and even the sports channels, you know, Fox Sports, CBS Sports, NBC Sports, we're all over the place. I got to tell you, this is a real treat for the listeners because it's not very often that they get a chance to hear from somebody that has accomplished as much as you have, but also it comes down to methodology, it comes down to discipline, and reps, just like on a football field or on the practice field, whether it's Derek Jeter or pick your favorite football player or whatever sport, it doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. It's about reps, reps, reps. Would you agree or disagree?
I absolutely would. And can I give you one more story?
Absolutely.
It's so much fun for me to get to share these. So another, 25-year friend of mine, Evander Holyfield, the fighter. And I learned a life lesson that I want to share with everybody. It's not a sports lesson, it's a life lesson, but I learned it from sports. So Evander was at the undisputed heavyweight champ then, and he was training for a fight, and I was at his house before we left for Vegas, and I was just sort of spotting him. He was doing this exercise. He does this exercise 300 reps a day. It's insane, right? Most people couldn't do what he does 10 times, and he does it 300 times a day. I'm sitting there, and I'm counting. Holyfield says, I'm counting, I say 299, 300. Evander says, Jeff, was that 299 or 300? I said, Evander, that was 300. He says, I'm going to ask you again, did I do 299 or 300? I was like, dude, you did 300 reps. And without taking his eyes off me, he goes back down to the ground once more, does another one, and says, I think that was only 299. As he's coming back up, I rolled my eyes. I was like, come on, you got to be kidding me. You do 300 reps a day, every day. What difference does it make? And he sat up, and he goes, Jeff, look at me. I remember thinking, Sal, that was a short life. That was a short, sweet one. This was not the guy to get into an argument with. And Evander said something that was life-changing for me. He looked me in the eye, and he said, the difference between 299 reps and 300 is the difference between heavyweight champion of the world and every other boxer. And then I literally had goosebumps, man.
Wow.
He just turned and walked away silently. And I closed my eyes and I said, I will not move until this lesson is soaked into my very soul. And I stood there for 10 minutes saying, I need to just feel how that moment felt, because he was right. If 299 is good enough for you today, then tomorrow 298 is good enough. And the next day 297, that's almost 298. And right down the street, someone is doing 300 and they're going to beat you. And so I went to my office in business and I made a sign. I wrote a $2.99, put a red circle with a slash through it. I made a no $2.99 sign and I hung it on the wall. And there are days at work, I'll work till midnight and I'll get up and say, that was a real good day. I did great today. And I'll be walking out of my office, Sal, and I'll see this sign that says no $2.99. And I'll stop and I'll say to myself, Jeff, you worked really hard today, but was it $2.99 or 300? Did you do every rep you set out to do today? Did you finish everything you said you were going to start today? And did you give it your all? Was that a 300 day or a $2.99? And if I don't feel like I gave it 300, I go back to the office. I stay till 4 a.m. if I have to. And I don't go home till I felt like I've delivered 300. What's cool now is people all over the world send me photos of the no $2.99 sign that they made in their house. And they put in their gym or on their fridge or in their office. People that sort of get that reps matter in life, not just in sports, but in business and in life. If you make the commitment to finish something, finish it and go all the way. Shortcuts are not the path to winning anything in life.
Do you know someone with a drug or alcohol problem? Get help right now. Insurance may cover everything. Stop the drug and alcohol nightmare. Are drug and alcohol problems hitting you too close to home? Get help right now. Insurance may cover everything.
800-831-1560. 800-831-1560. 800-831-1560. That's 800-831-1560.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf.
800-492-4190. 800-492-4190. That's 800-492-4190.
Attention business owners, you and your customers are listening to this commercial right now. Face it, every business needs customers, even yours. The Sports Circus is a primetime nationally syndicated program that's carried on ABC, NBC, CNBC, and Westwood One News affiliates, plus CBS, Fox, and NBC sports affiliates across North America with coverage from Hawaii to New York. Also, the Sports Circus is available to the 180 million subscribers on iHeartRadio, and the Sports Circus gets about 4 million website visitors per month, which could click through your website and bring sales. The Sports Circus provides great content featuring celebrity guests from sports and entertainment to our audience every weekday, which your company could greatly benefit from by increasing your visibility, foot traffic, eyeballs to your website, and calls from potential customers. Call us right now at 702-799-9935. Again, 702-799-9935. Or email us at info@thesportscircus.com. That's info@thesportscircus.com. Drive your sales today by advertising with the Sports Circus.
So, you want to be in show business. Do people tell you that you're really funny, you have a great personality, and you should have your own talk show? Many of us have been told that, but we don't know how to get started. It's easier than you think. Let the pros at Cali Vegas give you a free talent evaluation. Call 949-445-1119 and learn how quickly you can create, produce, and host your very own talk show. Imagine not having to sit in traffic every day, commuting back and forth to the same old boring job. Get started in television or radio today with your free talent evaluation from Cali Vegas. Call 949-445-1119 or visit them online at calivegas.com. Make your dream come true today and create your new career and learn how to become a television or radio star with the help of Cali Vegas. 949-445-1119. Call now.
Vegas and our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates from coast to coast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and those watching on hotel television in 650,000 rooms, coast to coast, 198 markets, as well as right here on AMP TV, AAMP.TV. We have a wonderful, exciting, rockin' guest today. Let's go ahead and let him introduce himself.
Hello. It's good to be here. My name is Todd Kearns. I'm 6'4". I'm Sagittarius. Is this a dating program? I'm not sure. I play with a guy named Slash from Guns N' Roses in his band Slash featuring Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators. I have lots of other bands. My Canadian band is called Toque. The Original Sin here from Las Vegas, Nevada. And I play in Raiding the Rock Ball, an amazing show here in Las Vegas. I think that's everything. I don't know. It's a long list.
Listen, it's not like we've gone to commercial break yet, so it's okay. You can take a little bit more time. It doesn't matter. Todd, welcome to the show.
It's good to be here. Good to be here.
Look at all those axes on the back wall.
I know, right? Everyone has a crazy story, of course, as you can imagine. And a lot of stuff is hung up there with them. You can see the Hunter S. Thompson style visor from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas hanging on the Eddie Van Halen guitar there. And back there is an orange Devo jacket, the band Devo. They were selling those jackets, and a friend of mine got me that. But yeah, there's all kinds of nonsense back there. Not just guitars.
What about the Devo hat? Did you get the Devo hat as well? You know, they have those construction cone hats.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I've never had one, actually. I really should. Now that you mention it, I am filled with shame for not having that here. I have a lot of other things. I've got this. This helmet might compare. I'm not sure.
What?
Not quite the same, I guess.
Put it on. Let's see it. Put it on.
Yeah, you want to see it on?
Put it on. Everybody at home, everybody on the radio, you can't see this, but everybody watching this on TV can. Look at this guy. Now get the guitar out and start playing with that.
I got to do the rest. I got to do the rest of the interview like this. How's that?
That's hilarious.
Oh man, that's
Todd, you've been in the music business for a long time. Hey, look, hurry up, put your hat back on. There you go.
There we go.
See,
I'm ready.
Look, you've got a bunch of hair. If I take my hat off, look, I'm kind of follically challenged, right?
No, it looks good. Looks good.
That's all right, man. So look, out of all the years you've been playing, how many years have you been playing, for Christ's sakes?
Well, it's been since I was in junior high, so 1,000 years. I think is a safe estimate. Yeah, it's got to be. I haven't actually done the math on that, but it's got to be something like 30, 35, 40s. I mean, when I say when I was a teenager, I was playing in high school dances and talent shows, but playing nonetheless. You know what I mean? And then the clubs and all that kind of stuff.
Here's the funny thing. These are things that I think of. Okay, fine. So here you've got this guy, and you're a bona fide rock star. And the cool thing is people say, oh, what do you think? You're a rock star? In regular conversation, and you're like, well, as a matter of fact, I am. Right?
What's it like being a rock and roll star from Canada versus being one from the United States? How is the rock and roll scene different?
That's interesting that you say that, because I sort of had a whole career in Canada before I came down here. Although I did play in the States, I've been playing down here since. We played the Whiskey A Go-Go in Hollywood 1991. The first time I played there was 91. We played the CBGBs in New York City around 93. So I've been kind of, doing the American circuit the entire time. But there's a whole, like any country, like Australia or places like that, there are acts in Australia that are very popular there that we're not aware of or not as aware of. So Canada has a similar scene where there can be artists from Canada that are popular there that haven't translated. So that's always interesting to me, sort of to come down here and go, you guys don't know this band? And of course they don't, because it's largely a Canadian entity, you know what I'm saying? So that's been really interesting. And the cool thing for me was coming down here 13, almost 14 years ago. I came down and it was interesting to just kind of start from scratch, because I had a whole career and I was respected back home, and then to come here and kind of go, okay, now I'm just Todd, some guy that happens to play music And, and it worked out. I landed ass backwards playing with Slash, and that sort of took it to a whole other level. So. All right. Come on. Living easy, living free. Season ticket on a one-way ride. Asking nothing, leave me be. Taking everything in my side. Don't need reason, don't need rhyme. There ain't nothing that I'd rather do. Going down, party time. My friends are gonna be there too. I'm on the highway to hell. Highway to hell. I'm on the highway to hell. Highway to hell. Ooh. Don't stop me. Ow, ow. Highway to hell. Should I smash the guitar?
No, don't smash it. Don't smash it. Todd Kern's rock star.
I have a lot of friends that, shaved heads, tattoos on the heads, tattoos on the necks, and it gets, they're basically like they're ready to be cast in any film as the bad guys. You know what I mean? So I understand. And that's why we normally do these things, is to kind of I guess, separate from regular society somehow. You know what I mean? She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories. Everything was fresh as a bright blue sky, sky, sky. Now and then when I see her face, takes me away to that special place. And if I stay too long, I'd probably break down and cry. Ready? Oh, sweet child of mine. Oh, sweet love of mine. Thank you.
Outstanding.
We were in LA recording a record with the Slash guys, and we went to the night. The Kings at the time were in the playoffs, and we just wanted to go and have dinner, watch a game. And we go into the sports bar, and there was 100 TVs, but no hockey. We couldn't figure, what's going on? The LA Kings are in the playoffs, and you don't have one of these TVs tuned into the hockey game. So we found a corner, and the guy goes, "Oh, put it on over here." It's like soccer, tennis, like every sport imaginable except hockey. We were like, what is going on? So, but to see it kind of really come to life, I mean, if you would have told me this 10 years ago, in the desert, we're going to have a hockey team. And not only is it going to be a team that really, really shows up and really delivers, there are kids growing up in this town right now who they want to ice skate. We just call it skating, but a lot of my friends in the States call it ice skating. They want to play hockey. It's like everything we did as children, I find my friends' kids here they want to do that. So it's fascinating to see, because 10, 15 years ago, that would have been a non-versation. It would have been like, what are you talking about? That's never going to happen.
And I know I've asked you to go to a couple games with me, because I do have season tickets here for the Vegas Golden Knights. And one of these days, you're actually going to go, when they're playing again, but we'll get to that at another time. But at the end of the day, right, I've got great seats, and you know what? One's got your name on it.
Oh, fantastic. That's exciting.
Can't beat that.
And as we wind on down the road, our shadows taller than ourselves. There walks a lady we all know. Shines by light and wants to show how everything still touch the door. And if you listen very hard, she will come to you at last. When all is wanted, what is all, yeah. To feel rock and natural, yeah. Woo! I know, my cousins, I've had two cousins play on the Chicago Blackhawks, but I would go see my cousin Sheldon when he played in Anaheim. I'd go see him there a lot because it's closer. But now he's assistant coach now or something crazy like that in Chicago.
Yeah.
It's bananas.
Yeah, I sent you a picture of him, and you
I know.
said you used to babysit that. Beep. Remember that?
I 100%
That would be
did.
Sheldon Brookbank, right?
Yes. And his brother Wade Brookbank is a scout for the Chicago Blackhawks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah, one of our regular hockey guys also he's an amateur scout for the Hawks, and that's Colin Frazier. He won 3 cups, 1 with the Hawks and 2 with the Kings.
How do you like
So
that?
yeah, small world.
Small indeed. Yeah, no. Crazy.
It's small, unlike my head. All right, folks, we're going to be back here in just a few minutes with rock star Todd Kearns. Don't go anywhere. Lots more to come. Back in a few minutes around the circus.
What are you so happy about? I'm on the pill. Aren't you two a bit old to worry about having more kids? Not her. Me. You lost me there, buddy. Steelman pills. Things weren't always looking up, if you catch my drift. So, my doctor prescribed me a little something. Like Viagra? Yeah, but that's expensive, and it wasn't covered by my insurance. Steelman pills cost me less than $3 a pill, and virtually the same effect. I just called and got over 40 pills for only $99. I have this friend who might be looking and... Well, if your friend wants some help, the consultation is free over the phone. No clinic. Steelman Pill sends it in the mail in a confidential package. I'm on it. I mean, my friend will be on it.
Steelman Pills, going the extra mile to help men with erectile dysfunction.
800-218-4958. 800-218-4958. 800-218-4958. That's 800-218-4958. Has your heater or air conditioner busted? Appliance broken? Computer crashed? Then you need an ARW home warranty. Home system and appliance repairs and replacements can cause stress and cost you thousands of dollars per year. With an A-plus BBB rating and a top-rated home warranty company on Consumer Affairs and Trustpilot, ARW Home provides superior service, featuring the industry's lowest service call fee. ARW Home has warranty plans that cover your kitchen and laundry appliances, heating and air conditioning systems, electrical and plumbing systems, and much more. Call 800-262-3903 to customize your plan. Plus, ARW has partnered with Azurian to protect your new and used tablets, laptops, TVs, and other home tech from accidental damage and wear and tear. All plans come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Call 800-262-3903 now for a free quote. That's 800-262-3903.
That's the sound of sizzling, dry-aged USDA Prime Wagyu and Angus steaks from UpperCutChops.com. Their best-in-class filet mignons, New York steaks, and the king of all steaks, the tomahawk and cowboy cut ribeyes are the best in the business. Even their Prime Wagyu burgers will likely be the best you've ever had. Browse the full selection of steaks and chops at UpperCutChops.com from the comfort of your home or on your mobile device. UpperCutChops.com delivers all-natural, dry-aged USDA Prime Wagyu and Angus steaks and chops directly to your door, without the hassle of going to the grocery store and fight crowds to pick from a small selection of average at best meats with injected steroids, fillers, and coloring added to look good. Find out what's for dinner at UpperCutChops.com or call 702-799-9935. That's 702-799-9935. 702-799-9935. Or make your selection directly at UpperCutChops.com.
Welcome back to the Sports Circus. I'm your ringmaster Sal, live from Las Vegas. Folks, make sure you check out thesportscircus.com for our upcoming guests, our prior guests, our previously recorded shows stored as our podcasts, and you can find those on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, or by clicking on the CBS or NBC logos on the page. It will take you right to the recorded shows page. And in case you missed part of today's show, make sure you click on any one of those links that I just mentioned and click on today's date for the show so you can listen to it, download it, and play it in its entirety. There's a really good conversation going on here with two-time Super Bowl champion and American Ninja Warrior Tyrone Poole and five-time Super Bowl champion. That would be Pepper Johnson, and one of Tyrone's former coaches with the New England Patriots. And Pepper's been a coach in the NFL for a bunch of years. He played under Bill Parcells. He certainly knows the rodeo, coached with Bill Belichick, and on top of it, Tyrone was on that same winning team over there in see if I can spit that out, guys. That would be New England. It is what it is. Come on, man. It's live. We don't fix nothing with the mix, folks. We just let it sit out there. And so these guys won together. But what we were having a conversation in the last segment was those high school kids, the expectations going into the college ranks, and then maybe what it looks like for those kids that are good student athletes, then they catapult themselves into the NFL. But maybe someday or someday not, they may or may not end up under one of those ticker tape parades where all those real colorful things coming down from the sky saying, wow, we just won a championship. Now, you guys know what that's about, but you know the hard journey it is to get there. And yes, a very small percent of those kids can actually make it even to the pro level. And remember, a very small percent make it to the college level from being a good high school player. So, Tyrone, I'm going to turn to you real quick. As a kid that you only played a little bit of high school ball, right? You quit the team, and then you said, all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump back in the saddle. What was your experience like?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that about me, but I did play high school football.
They know now.
I only played 2 years of high school football. I played my 9th grade year. Then I had an injury, and my parents wouldn't let me play my sophomore year. And then the coaches begged my parents to let me come back out my junior year. So I played my junior year, and then my senior year, I played half of the season. And actually, I was a running back in high school. When I got to college, I was switched over to a defensive back. And as they say, the rest is history. But, I always tell these kids, basically, like Pep said in the beginning of the show, it's not where you are, it's where you at. And I always tell them, if you can have the mentality of a lion, and what I mean by that is the lion is the king of the jungle, right? From if you ask most people, the eagle, so to speak, is the king of flight. So meaning it can fly the highest of all the birds. Now, the reason why I always say have the mentality of a lion, because the lion knows no basically defeat. It'll go up against anything. An elephant, even though the elephant is bigger, the lion says, no, I don't care how big you are. The elephant don't look at size. The elephant the lion doesn't look at size. The lion says, I'm hungry, I want to eat. Whereas the elephant, and I've seen this in athletics, you had this bigger guy, and you would think he is going to cream this smaller guy. But like they say, man, he's big. He's a big, gentle giant. A big, gentle giant. Or he's as wet as wet toilet tissue, soft as wet toilet tissue. So at the end of the day, I'm like, you got to have a mentality. And it doesn't matter how big you are. If you got a mentality, whether it comes to working out, you have the mentality, I'm going to be the best. If it comes to doing your schoolwork, you want to get an A, I'm going to have a mentality that I'm going to do whatever it takes. Then you will come out on top. The cream will rise to the top. But it's hard to get people to understand just what I said. They want the promise, but they don't want to go through the progress. So I give them the end of the story and they think, wow, that's what I want. But then when I back up and tell them the process that you got to go through, that's when you start to find out who wants it and who really doesn't want it, because now you got to put the work in. So I just believe if you outwork everybody, you will, like they say, a cat land on your feet.
So, Pepper, let me ask you this. As you listen to Tyrone say that, do you have a different philosophy on how the jungle works, or how does it work on and off the field? What do you tell these kids off the field to stay focused? Because a lot of times, again, that social media, hey, let's go ahead and let's post this. We're going to post that. How do we keep these kids in the jungle that are trying to be kings of the jungle? How do we keep them focused?
Quick, fast. I love it because me and Pooh, we kind of think alike. I always reference myself as a mountain lion for whatever reason. I was like, a mountain lion don't stretch.
The mountain
he just go
or
out
the
there
lion?
and pounce on everything. So, so he was talking about a lion in the jungle, and I'm talking about the lion up on a freaking mountain. It's your attitude on how you want to attack and how you approach things. As far as talking, advice for the kids is there are going to be obstacles. A lot of people don't believe in that the man up above give you obstacles, give you hurdles or whatever, but there are obstacles in life. And it's how you recover and how you approach and how you accept those obstacles and those distractions and all that stuff like that. To me, the more I proceeded on my journey for success or in football, the more obstacles came out there. And when you in some cases where some of the athletes or some of the ball players, they surround themselves. They call themselves building the armor, but they call themselves protecting themselves with friends. And these are friends that just came about and all of a sudden became the best friends or whatever. And these guys, they don't protect. Lots of times they hurt. They become baggage. And now you're carrying more. And instead of just keeping yourself under control, you got to keep those guys' actions under control also. So we try to explain that. We try to, and matter of fact, just the other day, one of my players brought up family, and I was like, wait a minute, the family can be worse than the friends in a lot of cases. You get some of those guys fly, just all of a sudden disappear and want to talk about what they gave you when you was a kid. They gave you that hot dog when you was at the family reunion. Didn't everybody eat hot dogs? But that particular relative, let me not get too far into all that, but it's just we try because of our experience. I think we won't be doing the kids any justice if we did not explain everything that we possibly could of our experiences to them. And some people are going to take it, and they don't have to live it and to believe it. But some kids are. They really it's in one ear and it's out the next ear. And those kids, you still see, then you see them telling the stories about what they used to do and how good they were and this, that, and other, or he didn't get a chance, the coach didn't like me and all that stuff like that. No, not really. You didn't apply yourself, whether it was in school and you had problems with a teacher, or you didn't like learning in the classroom. You didn't like, you thought you knew everything, and really you didn't. And that was so painful to admit that, wait a minute, I really didn't know as much as I thought I knew about football. And this guy is teaching me, how do I play this off? How do I work this out or whatever like that? And now they just became more of a distraction and more of a hurdle or obstacle for themselves than what else is out there. And then what everybody preach about is, money and females and stuff like that. It's out there, and we know, but it's how we apply ourselves and how we want to be smart about it. When I talk to a lot of my friends, or if we had a lot of my friends on the phone, now Pepper Johnson in high school was so focused. was so focused. I could go out and I could enjoy myself with my friends, but when it came time to working out, practice, games, my ritual for games and stuff like that, man, I was too focused because I knew my mother could not afford to pay for me to go to college. And me trying to pay for my work and go to college wasn't going to happen. So I played baseball, I played basketball, I played football, hoping that I was going to get a scholarship in something.
Yeah. Okay, well, look at it this way. Hey, Tyrone, look, this guy's a two-sport athlete. You're a two-sport athlete. I was a two-sport athlete too, believe it or not, 100 years ago, back when I actually had hair on my head. That's okay. But listen, hey, Pepper, we're running on time here. Let's make sure that people know how to follow you. And I don't know whether it's on social media or whatnot, or tell everybody in 1 minute, real quick, what's going on in your world outside of this right now.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I'm simple with this. The Instagram is PepJ52. My Twitter is PepJ52. My Facebook, you can just find me as Pepper Johnson. I know there have been some fake guys that was out there for a while, but I actually put my picture up there now because my wife got me involved with the social media. I don't know much about it. Trust me, she does really help me. And my cameos, and I do cameo.com. So I'm coaching at IMG, and this year I'm trying to get into that pool with Mr. Tyrone Pool over there, and I'm trying to make a run for my campaign for NFL Hall of Fame. I've been so many times, people have been asking me, Pepper, why aren't you in the Hall of Fame? Why aren't you in the Hall of Fame? You did this, you did that. Look at these guys' stats that's sitting up here. And I'm not a big stat person, but I do feel like I was well respected in the league when I played. So that's Pepper Johnson in a nutshell. Did I do that fast enough?
You did that very good. All right. Hey, listen, it's been a pleasure having you on. And you're welcome to come back whenever you want. Tyrone, a great match. Listen, Tyrone, I can't even wrap this up in 1 minute. I'm going to let you wrap this up, and I'm going to let you get us out of here.
Yeah, no, I just want to emphasize something Pep said. Pep had a Hall of Fame career, and I didn't get the opportunity to ask him this question, but I'll kind of answer it for him a little bit. His real government name is Thomas Johnson. They call him Pep because he used to put a lot of pepper on his food. But you know what? He didn't get in the Hall of Fame. Put him in the Hall of Fame. He deserved it. We want to thank everybody for joining us today. Sal, Pep, myself. Until next time, have a great day.
So, you want to be in show business. Do people tell you that you're really funny, you have a great personality, and you should have your own talk show? Many of us have been told that, but we don't know how to get started. It's easier than you think. Let the pros at Cali Vegas give you a free talent evaluation. Call 949-445-1119 and learn how quickly you can create, produce, and host your very own talk show. Imagine not having to sit in traffic every day, commuting back and forth to the same old boring job. Get started in television or radio today with your free talent evaluation from Cali Vegas. Call 949-445-1119 or visit them online at calivegas.com. Make your dream come true today and create your new career and learn how to become a television or radio star with the help of Cali Vegas. 949-445-1119. Call now.